There's an Uber vehicle. Do you need a ride? Hi folks, welcome to the Excellent Universe channel. This is to help you out with Uber rides. I'm an Uber driver sometimes, and of course you can be a driver. You could also drive for Lyft. I think rideshare is a great idea to save energy, and but I've got a few tips if you have children, young children, and you are a passenger. You need to bring a child seat. Don't be breaking the law, and I'll tell you more about it. But I just want to say again, welcome to the Excellent Universe channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Hello, friends, and thank you to all the subscribers. And also, you can, if you like this video and you want to share good ideas with other people, please watch my other videos. It helps you to have basically tips to have a happy, healthy life, so we can have a good planet, clean, safe, peaceful, and excuse me, my nose is, I think the flowers here are getting to my nose, but anyway, as I was saying, if you click on the thumbs up, like, or subscribe, or make comments, it will help other people see the videos. And that'll help you out and help out everybody, because what I tell is not what people want to hear, but what is actually going to help. And so you might not like my message, but it's going to be what's best overall to have a peaceful planet and good health and so on and so forth. So to see my other videos, you just click on the Excellent Universe words, and that'll take you to the other videos. And so let me just tell you a little bit more about being a passenger. In most states, I'm not going to say all states, but most places, there's going to be some kind of regulation that says you need a child seat. If they're usually about 8 years old and under, they need either a booster seat or a full-size child seat. And if there's no regulation, it's the safest way when you have a child seat or a booster seat, so that the child is properly secured and protected by seat belts in the car in case there's an accident. And so as a parent or somebody who's taking children in a vehicle with Lyft or Uber, you need to provide the seat. The driver has no legal obligation to provide the seat. However, if they're giving you a ride and they don't have a seat and you don't have a seat, a lot of times you're breaking the law, and 100% of the time you're not thinking very well, because even an accident that doesn't injure adults can be deadly for a child. Just having an airbag go off, if you put the child in the wrong place and the airbag goes off, or the child is not secured and they're near an airbag that goes off in an accident, it might not hurt a full-grown person, but it can easily kill a child. And that's one reason why a lot of times you can't have a child in the front seat, and you need to have them in the second row or all the way in the third row. But I think the second row is the best, and to be safe. Also, larger vehicles are safer. So here's a minivan. A van or a bus is going to be safer, or a SUV, large SUV, is generally going to be safer. Smaller vehicles are not that safe comparatively. And the reason why is because they don't have the mass, like they're not heavy and large enough to keep the G-force, or the acceleration down if there's an accident a lot of times. And they also have less metal, that's providing a safety barrier or crumple zone that's going to protect the passengers and the driver. So smaller cars, even if they are 5-star, a lot of people don't know this, you can have a 5-star little mini car that's 10 times as dangerous as maybe even a 3-star larger vehicle or truck, like I said, SUV, minivan, van. The star rating systems are not reasonable. You have to look at look into it deeper. So it's whoever came up with the star rating system, shame on you. And if your maximum is 5 stars and you give some kind of compact miniature vehicle and give it a 5-star rating, implying you could not get any safer, well, that's not true at all. It's misleading and it's deceptive, and people die because of it. So in effect, whoever is promoting 5 stars, I don't care who you are, if you have nothing to do with the rating system, but you talk about 5 stars and you don't provide the actual information, the real data on safety and injuries and deaths, you are promoting people dying, basically. So that's not moral, it's immoral. I've told you now, so don't say nobody told you, you didn't know. But there's, for example, who knew there's a 2007 Honda Odyssey minivan? The last time I checked, there hadn't been one single death. Nobody has died in this car. I think, like I said, it was a 2007 or maybe a 2011 Honda minivan, something like that. Nobody's died in that vehicle, so it's wonderful. And it might have had a 5-star rating, or maybe now it doesn't have a 5-star rating, I don't know. But as I said, you can't rely on the stars. You just can't. So if you use these star ratings, you've got to wake up. Next time you see these star ratings, just say, this is useless. You have to pay more attention and get some real information on injury statistics. And shame, tell everybody, please, and shame the, I believe it's the National Institute of Highway Safety, NIHS, something like that. I don't know who provides this star rating, but if it's them, shame on you, folks. It's terrible information, just terrible. And you ought to provide ratings that show accurate information about actual safety and chance of injury, or even statistics of injury of different types of cars. And you advertisers, shame on you advertisers that talk about safety ratings using the star system. It's just a disaster. It's almost next to useless. Actually, it's because it's misleading, it's more harm than help. So star rating systems are harmful. And but getting back to being a safe passenger, just to say it again, you are responsible as a parent or a caretaker for the children to bring a child's seat for safety. And a lot of times when you don't, that's, besides being illegal, it's between a $400 and $500 fine in some places, in many places, per child. So say you have 3 children and you don't provide the proper seating, there's $1,500 that you potentially owe, besides which you may have already been in an accident and injured or killed a child. And just shame on you if you're not providing proper safety equipment. And also, driving around is dangerous, and I recommend getting away from it altogether. We need to have a healthier, happier planet, and driving around, it means you're not walking, not exercising probably. And so if you really need to drive someplace, first of all, you might need to move closer to work, closer to school, and maybe use a bus, although right now it may not be safe unless the windows are open because this is pandemic time. But you can rearrange where you work, you can rearrange where you live so that you live closer and you don't need to drive around, and it's going to be a lot better. But for the driving you need to do it safely, and like I recommended, taking a bus, because it's very safe, very much safer, because it's hard to change the trajectory. Once a bus is in motion, there could be an accident with a smaller vehicle, but it might not be very dangerous for the children at all compared to smaller vehicles. So transporting children, as long as they are good when they getting to the bus and getting out of the bus, and as long as the driver is reasonable, it should be a lot safer. But anyway, we could benefit a lot if we just stopped using these crazy expensive energy using vehicles altogether and rearrange. So if you're a planner, like a city planner or neighborhood developer, let's go back and have, I'm sure you know what I say when I say walkable neighborhoods. It means you can walk easily to shopping, school, work, and you're not really needing to drive, and people will be healthier, and it's going to help the environment very much when we don't need to go long distances, which uses a lot of energy, which inevitably is going to pollute, whether it's solar, wind, or fossil fuels. To create these either electric or fossil fuel energy for transportation, it causes pollution 100% of the time. We need to reduce this pollution, and we need to reduce our population to a sustainable level, which the Union of Concerned Scientists recommends about 1 billion people on the planet for sustainability. So we need to get down to about maybe a fifth of what we have right now. So big reduction in population through peaceful, gradual means, of course. And so anyway, thanks for watching this about transportation and how to safely get children where they need to be. Walking is the best, but if you have to go in some kind of vehicle, make sure you're using the right equipment and the right vehicle. Thank you very much.